I booked the Airbnb last minute. It was one of those spontaneous weekend trips. Just me, trying to get out of my own head for a couple of days. The listing looked normal enough. Small house, quiet neighborhood. The host said he wouldn't be there, just a self-check-in. Honestly, it felt perfect. But when I got there, something felt off almost immediately. Not in a dramatic way, just quiet. Too quiet. The house itself was clean, but empty. Not minimalist empty. More like nobody had lived there in a while. No personal photos. No clutter. Just furniture placed exactly where it should be, like a staged home. I tried to ignore it. Dropped my bag, walked around. That's when I noticed the stairs leading up. And at the top, a single closed door. The listing said I had access to the entire place, so I went up. Each step creaked louder than it should have. When I got to the top, I tried the door. It was locked. I checked the listing again. Nothing about a restricted room, though I messaged the host, "Hey, is there a room upstairs that's off limits?" He replied almost instantly, "Do not go in that room." That was it. No explanation. I stared at the message for a while, feeling that slow, creeping unease settle in. That night, I tried to distract myself. Watched TV, ordered food, kept telling myself it was nothing. But around 2 a.m., I heard something upstairs. A soft, dragging sound, like something being pulled across the floor. I froze, because I was supposed to be alone. The sound stopped. Then, a single, slow knock from upstairs. On the other side of that locked door, I grabbed my phone and messaged the host again. No response. The knocking came again. Slower this time. More deliberate. Like whatever was up there knew I was listening. I didn't sleep that night. I didn't even leave the couch. The second the sun came up, I grabbed my stuff and left. I didn't even bother packing everything. As I pulled out of the driveway, I glanced up at the house, specifically that upstairs window, and for just a second, I swear I saw the curtain move. I stayed in an Airbnb during a work trip. Nothing fancy, just a small studio apartment. The reviews were good. The host seemed normal, and everything looked exactly like the pictures. The first night was completely uneventful, but the second night, something started to feel off. My phone battery was draining way faster than usual, like dropping 20% in minutes. I figured it was bad service or background apps or something, but then it kept happening. The next night, I was laying in bed scrolling when I noticed something across the room, a small blinking light near the smoke detector. I sat up staring at it because it wasn't blinking randomly. It was steady, almost rhythmic. I got up, grabbed a chair, and climbed up to take a closer look. That's when I saw it, tucked just behind the vent, a tiny lens, pointed directly at the bed. My stomach dropped instantly. I climbed down slowly, trying not to panic, and started checking the rest of the apartment. That's when I found another one, hidden inside a wall outlet, facing the bathroom. At that point, I didn't even feel scared anymore, just exposed, like I'd been watched the entire time. I didn't confront the host, didn't call anyone right away. I just packed my things as quietly as possible. Every little sound felt too loud, like someone might hear me through the walls. As I stepped outside, something caught my attention. A car parked across the street, engine running, lights off. And when I walked out, the driver leaned forward slightly, like they were watching me. I didn't hesitate. I got in my car and left immediately. Later, I reported everything. The listing was taken down, but I never found out who was behind it or how long they had been watching. I rented a cabin through Airbnb for a solo trip. It was deep in the woods. No neighbors, no cell service, just trees in every direction. Exactly what I thought I needed. The check-in was simple. Key under the mat, door unlocked. But the second I stepped inside, I felt it, that strange, heavy feeling. Like walking into a room where someone was just standing a second ago. At first, everything looked normal. But then I noticed small things. A mug sitting in the sink, still wet. A jacket hanging on the back of a chair. Neither of those were mentioned in the listing. I messaged the host, but got no response. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe housekeeping missed it. Maybe it belonged to a previous guest. Still, something didn't feel right. That night, I made sure every door and window was locked. At least I thought I did. Around 1 a.m., I woke up to a sound. Soft, but unmistakable. It was the sound of footsteps. Not outside, but inside. Moving slowly through the cabin. From the living room, toward the hallway, toward my room. I held my breath, completely still. The footsteps stopped right outside my door. Then, the handle moved, slowly and gently, like whoever it was didn't want to wake me. I didn't move, didn't breathe. After a few seconds, the handle stopped, and the footsteps retreated. I stayed awake the rest of the night, just staring at the door. The second the sun came up, I ran. I didn't pack, didn't look back. When I finally got cell service again, I checked the listing. It was gone, completely removed, like it never existed. If you made it this far, you already know. Sometimes the scariest places aren't abandoned. They are the ones you're invited into. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe to True Terra, and turn on notifications. I post new horror stories every night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.